Welcome back to our Padlet video series. If you've suffered through the first two videos and came back for more, then you must be really ready to use Padlet in your classroom. So in this video, I'm just going to show you the settings that you would want to use Padlet during class time. Now, when I'm saying during class time, there are lots of ways that you could use Padlet during class. And what I'm saying is you project the Padlet on the screen, all the students have the link, and all the students are collaborating by posting things onto your Padlet during class time. So, some ways, why would you want to do that? Some of those ways you could do that would be maybe you want to facilitate discussion. You're discussing the textbook, you're discussing the reading, the students can be throwing their answers on there. Maybe you want to use it as an exit slip. So students, your Padlet ask a question and all the students are posting their answers to the Padlet. That could be an option. That would look a little something like this. The students are posting. You could even be responding to their post, but you have some type of prompt. The students are all posting, so it's a quick way to get formative feedback. Maybe all the students are organizing ideas for a project, or they're all just organizing and brainstorming, make them like a web or a graphical organizer. You could be using it as a back channel. The students will be posting, like as you lecture, you're doing an example in class, the students could be posting their questions that they have there for you to address later. Maybe, for example, in math class, the students are going to take a picture of how they solved a problem. So they're all working on a problem with different solutions. They could take a picture of their process and post it up there. So, and then, of course, you're going to come up with even more creative ways and better ways to use it in your particular classroom. But those are just some ideas. So what I want to do is I want to show you the settings that you would want to use to make that happen. So I'm going to take you over to Padlet real quick and show you how to set that up. Okay, so you've gone to Padlet.com. You have logged in with your school email address, and you're ready to get going. So hopefully you're going to do this, a few minutes before the students come into class or on your plan period. When you get to here, you want to hit this new button right here because you want a new Padlet. Now, all sorts of different options. I'm going to go with stream for this example, and I'm going to say maybe that's a pretty background. I did not want that. But stream just organizes things sequentially, so you could use this maybe as your back channel. So luckily it pops up with the settings, so you can change the title, and description. Let's change that backdrop. I don't know that that's better. These are all ugly. There are some more. I mean, you could get, oh, that's pretty. You could choose one that you like better. There are a lot of them that you get for free. But change backdrop. You can set an icon if you want. Now, here's the important thing. This is important. You want to turn this feature on so that you can see students' names attached to what they post. And once you have that turned on, they can't escape it. It's going to be happening. Like anytime they post, their name will be on there. These are optional. I wouldn't say that's important. That is a link to your Padlet, but there's a better way to get that link. I'll show you momentarily. But this setting right here is the star of the show. You want to make sure that you have their names above their posts. Let's hit next. I would leave this as secret. That means that no one can get to it without the link. You'll just have to give those students the link, and I'll show you how to do that momentarily. I would leave this as can write, because anybody that gets that link, you want them to be able to write to the wall. You don't really need to add contributors because anyone with a link will be able to write. I always turn this off. I don't know. I don't want people to copy my Padlet. I guess I'm possessive of my Padlets. I would probably leave that off because you have their names attached to their posts, so unless they're really brave, it shouldn't be a problem. Let's hit next one more time. It says you're ready to start posting. Now, all you've done is make a place where students can post. The most important thing is you'll have their names on their posts. You can leave this blank right now unless maybe you want to put a post in here to get things started. What I would say is at this moment you need to get a link to share to the students. So I would come up here to the right and hit your share button. Once you get into here, you can, those are those settings again. I would hop over to this tab. I would say copy the link to this tablet. Now, somehow you have to get that link to the students. You could, if you really wanted to, you could paste it in a Google Doc on the screen and people could type it in. What I would say is I would hop over to my handy Canvas class. In my unit, I would say that I'm going to add a URL. I'm going to paste that URL I just got from Padlet and maybe say, give it a name like question board. And of course you have to make sure you publish it because Canvas really wants you to hit the publish button a million times. Now all the students will have to do when they click this link, it'll pop up in here. Now that's moderately ugly. So what I would say is maybe we should have said make it load in a new tab. But that's one way to just give those kids the link so when they come in they can hit this. That'll take them straight to the board that you created, which is beautiful. I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Now, this way, students, all they have to do when they get here, they can click this to add something like, I'm confused about parabolas. And so one student can post, another student can come back and post again, another student can come back and post, and so you could be collecting as you're doing an example. This is just a way that students could be asking you questions. When you're done, you can scroll back through them. Now, that's one setting that keeps it sequential. There are other settings when you created it, other layouts that you could have picked, so it could be kind of more haphazard or in columns or whatever. So this would probably be great for a back channel, not so great for brainstorming or exit slip. You would want probably those things to be another layout where you could just have them all over. Now I didn't think I could move those. You can move those around if you want to, but those are the settings that you would use if you want to use Padlet in your class in real time. And again, the most important setting, in case you missed it, you can just click your gear and get there. The most important setting is this one right here. You want to make sure you get students' names. Everything else is pretty set by default, and so it's super easy to get that, distribute it to your students, and start using it in class. I hope you enjoy it.